Shane Gillis. He's the guy who was hired by Saturday Night Live. Then they found two videos of him, hanging out on this podcast with his friend, saying, quote, vile things, end quote.
Right.
What do you think?
Yeah, well, it's funny. I direct messaged him on Twitter, and I said, look, I don't know you. I don't know your material, but that's not the point. Keep your chin up. This is about free speech. And then he emailed me back, and he said, well, I opened for you in a comedy club in Magoobies in Baltimore 2 years ago.
In Magoobies?
So I have no memory. Yeah, that's the name of it, Magoobies. Yeah. I think I did that right after skid marks in Buffalo. But my take on that is it's typical NBC, typical Lorne Michaels, typical SNL. They're the biggest hypocrites in the world. They have Alec Baldwin on there for the last 2 years. Every minute is Alec Baldwin. This guy, Alec Baldwin, actually called a black journalist a coon and a crackhead, yet he still does the show. I bring up Tracy Morgan, who, when his wife was pregnant, said, if I have a son and it's gay, I'm going to kill it. He hosted the show within the last year. And now they're going to have Eddie Murphy on December 21st. And nobody has made the word more popular than Eddie Murphy's albums. So they're complete hypocrites. The only thing Shane Gillis could be guilty of is being unoriginal. But it was on a podcast that 11 people are going to hear. And again, I'm going to say this again till
please
people
don't make
get
it. Don't make it the second F word. Don't say that one again. But go ahead.
Did I say an F word?
Yeah, you did. The second F word, not the real F word, but the new F word.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, that's all right.
But even in context,
I know.
My point is, it was an easy call for NBC because he's a straight white Irish guy. So it's a no-brainer. I don't want to hear anymore how fearless black, gay women comedian are. Political correctness does not get them canned. Chappelle will be just fine, and he's a hero of mine, by the way, and he should be. But there's only the truly edgy comics, older white guys, 57. I love how you referred to my special as a train wreck. Well, there's a ringing endorsement.
No, I said it's like watching a train. It's very, very funny, but it is like watching. You just know somebody's going to die in the end.
Well, my nickname is Amtrak, so you weren't that far off, to be honest. But just people get that straight, okay? And I appreciate you bringing up Jon Stewart, who loves me.
Yeah.
And I have a bunch of liberal comics who love me. So what I'm saying isn't stuck in 1970. This is how people talked in 2016 when they voted for Trump. I will continue to do so until Google knocks on my door, and then we'll have a showdown with my guns.
But do you know anybody else, Nick, that does what you do? Do you know anybody else that has just not batted an eye at what everybody is saying you can and can't say?
Yes, there's an 85-year-old Gambino member who talks just like me.
Yes, exactly
no,
right.
Exactly, good point.
Exactly right.
I don't watch other comics, so you might be right. By the way, I just saw Mitch McConnell on TV.
Yeah.
Somebody should have put an Amber Alert out for his chin.
Thank you. Let me go back to Eddie Murphy for a second. What happened to that guy? He was like everywhere and then gone.
I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe some of the homophobic stuff caught up to him. I don't know, but he made zillions of dollars and he's hosting. And like I said, there's a double standard there that makes me sick, but he saved SNL. Lorne Michaels will tell you, when it was really in the dumps, the 6th season, Lorne Michaels had quit himself. That's how bad it was. And they hired Eddie Murphy. So, they said he saved the show. Then he did some bad movies where he was talking to animals and stuff.
No, that was bad. That was not
he's reading the same scripts as Robert De Niro, apparently. Yeah. But,
so let me ask you this: how psychologically difficult is it to be Eddie Murphy and then Eddie Murphy today and think about a comeback?
I don't know if it's that he's super, super famous. And again, he's black and he's rich. I don't know if it's that. Can I just say this about Eddie Murphy? I got another thing to tell you.
I don't know. I don't know if you can say it.
No,
if you're asking if you could say it because you're not sure, I think the answer should be no.
No. This proves that I have street cred. Reddit, I'm sure you're familiar with Reddit. Somebody Chris Rock posted something and somebody put it on Reddit. Chris Rock was being interviewed and he said, there's a white guy out there who I absolutely love. And he says, me and Arsenio Hall love this guy. Definitely a racist. So I see this thing and I call Chris Rock. I go, were you talking about me? And he goes, damn straight to Paolo. And he goes, but it gets better. He goes, you know where we were? He says, we were at, he was at Eddie Murphy's house or Arsenio Hall's house. Jamie Foxx was there. And a couple other famous black comics who said they absolutely love me. So I don't know, you know.
But they also say you're a racist? Isn't that a little disturbing?
No, because it's coming out of them. Do you really think they like white people? Come on, let's be honest. That's why Chris Rock loved me. I go, I'm not crazy about you either, man. So, you know, I used to bring up ideas and pitch meetings. I'd have 11 black people staring at me. But I absolutely love Chris Rock, and that was my favorite job. But the point is, I get famous black people who are rich and famous, and the comedians who absolutely love me for the same reason you do.